Coffee up, Kingsters. We gotta talk about this Nashville Predators Kings game. Hi friends, welcome back. It's your main monarch of the Northwest. I'm Shane Contently, aka the Emerald City Kingster, here with my first riveting recap of this series. It's actually close to midnight on Friday, so I apologize I'm a little tired, but I figured I'd better get this in. I was actually just up watching the Minnesota Wild do us a solid and put a beat down on our northern nemesis, the Edmonton Oilers. More on that later. But before I fall asleep, let's dive right into the snooze fest that was the Kings hosting the Nashville Predators last night. Ah yes, a real nail-biter, folks. If you're struggling to stay awake, you are not alone. Seems like even the players were caught napping out there. It was a lot of this for most of the game, just a bunch of routine skating back and forth across the ice. Not really much to get out of your seats for if you're a Kings fan. I guess you could call it your typical LA versus Nashville hockey game. Honestly, it's perplexed me for years. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. But does every game against Nashville just feel like a chore to get through? I mean, these games are just painfully boring, right? And I'm not saying that because they beat us, because we lose to a lot of teams in much more entertaining fashion. Usually after a Kings loss, I'm pretty worked up and pissed off to the point that my wife kind of slinks off upstairs. Heck, even the cat knows better than to come near me until I calm down. The you looking at? But after Nashville beats us, I don't even get that worked up. Feels like a slow burn. Like I've been sedated for 3 hours or something. So when the final buzzer sounds, instead of my usual post-Kings loss rage, I'm just kind of like, meh, good night. I seriously don't know what it is. It's always felt this way against Nashville, though. And don't get me wrong, they can be a good team. It certainly feels like they have our number more times than not. But good God, it can be hard to stay awake to watch. The Predators, they should call that team the Energy Vampires. Maybe some of it is they don't seem like they have a very strong following, so they don't really draw much excitement or rivalry into the building. But most of their non-playoff home games look like they're played in half-capacity arenas on a good night anyway, too. And they've never really been a high-scoring team that I can recall. It's probably not a great analogy because they haven't actually ever won. But you know who the Preds kind of remind me of is the New Jersey Devils back in the 90s and early 2000s when they were shutting everyone down, playing the trap. But give that Devils team credit. At least the Devils were winning cups and stuff, so they didn't care, even though they literally almost put the NHL out of business in the process. Just completely boring hockey, sucking all the excitement out of the game. And I know if you're a drunk Nashville Preds fan who walked into the wrong saloon and ended up here, you're probably thinking, who is this Emerald City Kingster? He reeks of sour grapes. But seriously, it's just when I see we're playing Nashville, it's never a game I look forward to. I look at these Kings Pred games on the calendar with the same excitement and anticipation I do when my wife says we're going to visit her mother. These games always just feel like a chore, even the ones that we win. And we did just beat this team last week, so it's not like it never happens. Anyway, let's get to the highlight. All right, so Trenton gets the scoring started for Nashville here. Just kind of a la-di-da, whoop-de-doo goal. You can see Riddick actually got his glove on it there and then just, kind of decided, meh, guess I don't want to make the save. I don't know. I'll be honest, I was half asleep by this point. So he comes down. Good pass there. See? He got a piece of it, but not enough. Eh. All right. Let's move on to the next one. All right, well, there's Trenton feeling pretty cool. He just scored his 9th goal, but that would end here because King's already up one man on the power play, and he goes and takes a stupid penalty, tripping Trevor Moore. Trenton doesn't like the call. He thinks P.L. Dubois did something to him, but clearly it was a hook, so good call. End result, Kings go up 2 men just over a minute. face off in the offensive zone. Kopitar ties it up. Doughty comes in and pokes it back to Kempe at the Fiala. Back to Doughty. Sends it across to Kempe with a nice one-timer. And Doughty almost knocks it in. Anyway, Kings regroup. Kempe enters the zone. Back to Kopitar, who gets it to Fiala, who boom, roofs it, top shelf. And just like that, I'm waking up. I think we might have a game on our hands. Fiala with a great goal. Unfortunately, that was pretty much it for the Kings highlights. Quentin Byfield continues his impressive play with a nice screen in front of Salo.
So yeah, that was pretty much it as far as things for us Kings fans to cheer for last night.
Then, with just a little over 5 minutes remaining in the second period, I guess Riddick decided he was done for the night. Just kind of left one sitting here at his feet for Janikowski to poke in, and that would be the game winner. Preds up 2-1, never really looked back. Another look at it. Easy tap in for Janikowski. Get a look at PL Dubois just go floating by, adding to his minus total for the season. Otherwise, though, that was the game. A couple empty net garbage goals here, just to drive the nail in the coffin, but the game was pretty much over, an hour ago at that point. So, yeah, it was a bummer, but that happened. Yay, there's the happy Nashville fans. I guess that's the nice thing about, being a Nashville Predators fan, all their fans can come to the game in the same car. End result, Preds keep their hot streak going, pick up the win on the road. Kings fall to 500 at home at Staples Center. The home moves continue. As you see, the crowd is pretty much cleared out by this point. Nashville probably feels like they're playing a home game with this capacity. Anyway. All right, and let's just take a peek here where things stand in the standings for us. Get down to the Western Conference here. As you can see here, we, the Kings, are holding steady in 7th place in that first wild card spot. About 4 points ahead of St. Louis, and Nashville, who, with the win last night, is nipping at our tails now. But Minnesota did us a solid and beat Edmonton tonight, so, they don't make any ground, so still just 2 points behind Edmonton. If we can win tomorrow, we'll have a chance to catch them on this upcoming road trip. But yeah, Minnesota turning into giant killers. They just laid 10 on Vancouver a few days ago, and pretty solid score, 4-2. So that's where things stand for now. All right. Well, get ready, Kingster Nation, because tomorrow should be fun as we face off against our feathered foes, the Anaheim Ducks. By all accounts, this is a game we should win handedly, so naturally I'm taking the under. But let's hope for the best, because even though it would be a stretch to call the Ducks a rival, ever since Obama was president, both teams usually show up big for this game, and they always play us tough if not well. So let's go Kings tonight. If any of you guys are going to be at the game, be careful as, these rabid Ducks fans are coming into the building, so that always makes for an interesting environment. But I'm jealous, here from 1,500 miles away. But you guys have fun, and I will fill you in on the recap after the game. All right, well, thanks again for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts on the game if you were able to stay awake through it. And we'll recap later. Till then, I'm going to end this with our missing Kingsters. And keep your eye out. Hopefully we'll find these guys. We miss them. Team would like to have them back. So long, hockey fans. And as always, go Kings, go!
Call you up